Hello, this is Luke Reichle for Secrets of the Red Carpet, Style from the Inside Out, here on emPOWERme.tv. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, and to kick it off, we've got celebrity stylist Chris Mannor to show us how to put your wardrobe in the pink. And later, actress and activist and sci-fi icon Claudia Christian joins us to talk about the pleasures and pitfalls of touching down in Hollywood at the tender age of 17. But first, checking in with our tantalizing chat room hostess, musician and muse Julia Price. Ave, Julia.
Oh, Luke, you stop it. Don't stop. I'm just kidding. Hi, everyone. It's great to see you. I'm so happy to be here. And of course, if you're on emPOWERme.tv's homepage, welcome back. Glad to have you here. We're actually streaming live on YouTube now, so you can go to youtube.com/emPOWERme.tv. You'll see a video there, and underneath it, there's a link that says Secrets of the Red Carpet. You're going to go ahead and click on that, and that'll take you to the chat box. Once you see that, you can use your YouTube or your Google username, sign in, talk to us. I'm going to be in the chat room. Go ahead, find me. It's Julia Price Music, and I'll try to answer as many questions as I can. Right, Luke?
Right. And speaking of hearing from you, go ahead and hit that subscribe button at the top of your screen. You can tell us all your hopes, dreams, and deepest desires. Well, maybe not your deepest desires, but some of them. The moment has come to find out what's red hot on the red carpet. Now, Emma Watson has pretty much come of age on the red carpet. It seems impossible that it was only 10 years ago that she leapt into the zeitgeist at the start of what has come to be known as the Age of Potter. J.K. Rowling's juggernaut propelled her and Daniel Radcliffe into the spotlight, and Miss Watson has gone from gangly kid to red carpet regular. Now, Emma seems to have a good sense of what looks good on her, and she's been willing to take some risks and stand up to the heat that comes with it. Along the way, she's caught the attention of major designers and has been, for the past 2 years, one of the faces of Burberry. Emma has successfully expanded her range beyond Hogwarts, and her most recently opened films, Perks of Being a Wallflower, is a quirky coming-of-age story, much like this dialogue, with Kate Walsh and Dylan McDermott. Coming up, we'll see her in James Franco, Seth Rogen, and Paul Rudd in The End of the World, in Darren Aronofsky's rebooting of the Noah Fable with Russell Crowe, Anthony Hopkins, and Jennifer Connelly, and The Bling Ring, Sofia Coppola's morality tale of celebrity, larceny, and what else? Jewelry. We look forward to seeing more spectacular style from Ms. Watson on the red carpets to come. And that's this week's Red Hot on the Red Carpet. Pink has become the color of awareness in the fight against breast cancer. Once the go-to hue for proms and pinafores, pink has mainstreamed for year-round use. Here to dish up the give on how to think pink is celebrity stylist Chris Mannor. Welcome to the latest in. Chris Mannor, welcome. What's up in your hot pink world?
Not much. How are you?
Really good. But you have some pink for us today. What's going on?
Yeah, I do. In honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month, this week we wanted to show how women at home could inject a little bit of pink into their wardrobe.
Excellent. So now, do you have some examples you want to share with us?
Of course I do.
Celebrities in pink?
You know we always take our cue from the celebs. And this week, like every week, is no different. Our first look was seen on J-Lo.
Okay, here she is with her stunning boyfriend. Some pink shoes.
The boyfriend is pretty stunning, but that hot pink Valentino dress is even more stunning.
That's really good.
Right?
It's nice that he doesn't compete with her in color. That he just wears black and white and stays on the side.
He knows his place.
So how can we translate that into regular wardrobe?
So that's a big, bright pop of color.
That's a lot of pink to wear at one time.
Yeah, unless
right?
you're going out at night, it seems a little bit out of place. So
right.
what we've done is taken a dress in the same color, but paired it with a great gray blazer to make it more everyday office appropriate.
That's here at the end, right?
Yeah,
okay.
And it's a Kenneth Cole dress, a really great dress from TJ Maxx again, as all of our looks
from TJ
are.
Maxx, great. And so it's very affordable.
Yeah.
And so if you didn't want to wear quite that hot of pink, where would you go?
Exactly. That gets us to our next look, which was seen on Ashley Greene.
Okay.
Ashley was in New York at the premiere of the film Butter, and she was wearing more of a pastel pink, a lighter fabric, DKNY dress.
Right. There are a lot of different light pinks out there, and so some skin tones work better than others. You really got to be careful.
Exactly.
You know, and the thing I love about this is this blouse, because of its transparency up top, sort of helps let your natural skin tone come through.
Yeah, I mean, a light pink or almost a new color may wash out a lot of women, but this color really is a nice balance. And, you know, when you go into stores, keep that in mind. Really try to find the right pink for your skin tone.
Right.
Well, while you guys are talking about that, Chris and Luke, I actually have a question. I think it will go along perfectly with what you're talking about. Ginger in Georgia says, I love pink, but I'm a redhead, so pink looks crazy bad on me. What's the best way to wear it if it makes you look like death?
Okay, so crazy, when any color looks crazy bad, what's the rule? First of all, you don't have to wear it right next to your face, but if you want to, you can do what you've done here.
Yeah, exactly. Our third look actually gets to that question. So, Ginger, calm down and take this cue. This last look was seen on Sofia Vergara. And Sofia was on the cover of Lucky magazine.
This is a girl who can wear pink.
And you see the cut line is wear color.
Right.
And she's rocking a great color block look with a pink cardigan. So what we've done here is from TJ Maxx, taken a great teal skirt, paired it with a graphic black and white top, which is actually really, really good.
Amazing.
I want to show it off.
That top. The print is fantastic. It's feathers.
Top,
yeah,
right?
It's feathers.
And then put the pink cardigan over it. It's easy. It's Tommy Hilfiger. It's from TJ Maxx. It's a great look.
So you get the transition from the hot pink, which may not be the greatest thing for your skin tone, to your skin by creating a transition area with something.
Exactly.
Right. Cool. Now, the thing that I really like about the looks that you've been sharing is that they come from TJ Maxx and Marshall, which are discount houses. But they're not just off brands. These are major brands.
Yeah, everything is designer.
Right.
I mean,
now, how much is this? Will this set somebody back?
I'll share a secret with you. only if you guys promise to keep it between us.
That'll happen.
This is our little secret. All of these looks together, the dress and the blazer, the jeans and this top, the cardigan, the top and the skirt, less than $200.
Amazing. That's like a full wardrobe for $200.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that you can take day into evening, office into cocktails.
And the dress is Kenneth Cole, this top is 7 jeans, and this cardigan is Tommy Hilfiger. So again, like you said, they're not knockoff labels, they're designer brands.
One of the things that I like best about TJ Maxx and Marshalls also is that I buy a lot of accessories there for Castle because you can get a lot. And I have a character who wears 7 pounds of jewelry in every show, so she runs through it.
It can't all be
But it is
$1
a great place for accessories, and they get new stuff all the time, so you really watch it. Now, what about for the boys? What about pink for the boys?
Well, speaking of accessories, for the guys, I know a lot of guys don't want to wear a hot pink shirt or a pink suit, but a great tie is always a way to inject any color that you're trying to add to a look. And so I have 3 great pink tie options.
Right. So this is like New York.
Exactly.
This is Connecticut, right?
Exactly.
And this is the pink power tie. This is the Hollywood power tie, right?
Yeah.
I love this tie. I don't know if you can see this, but the tag says the little black tie. And it comes with its own tie bar, so it's always a 2-for-1. I love an accessory.
Classy.
Gift with purchase.
Exactly.
Very classy. So guys, you can wear pink too. Don't be afraid.
Yeah, and all these ties are less than $20. So it's a small setback. I know when something's trendy like the Breast Cancer Awareness Month, Color of the Month thing, you don't want to invest too much in the item of clothing. But pink it's a great color to wear in the spring, and these things will not set you back.
It's really become a staple.
Yeah, exactly.
So good. Well, thank you very much. Thanks
Thank you so much.
Bringing pink to our lives today.
It's always fun.
So, Julia, how can our viewers keep up with Chris?
Well, you can, of course, go onto Twitter and find Chris at Chris Mannor, and he's also available to stalk on the pages of Beauty Entertainment magazine. We love some good stalking. But so back to breast cancer. Breast Cancer Awareness Month is an annual campaign to increase the awareness of the disease. Now, a lot of people know about breast cancer, but what they don't know is how to detect it in the early stages. And you can go ahead and go to nationalbreastcancer.org to learn about the early detection, how to create a plan, and encourage others to do the same. Now back to Luke with the Inside Job.
Thank you, Julia. Now, last week we did a reboot of the cornerstone of the Inside Job, the corner of the eye. Now, this exercise was crucial to you being able to identify the negative image culprits and move on. Now, I'd love to tell you that once you've done all this work and to clear your image remarks and no more negative things are coming in, that you'd never hear another one. Well, I'd be lying to you. Like a dying echo, these remarks will surface again. And just when you think it's safe to go back into the reflection pool, you pass a mirror and thunder thighs will go off in your head like an image rocket. The trick to keeping the echo fading is this. You do it with vigilance. You take action by giving an immediate and direct response. Now, the first step in the process is do what any good film director does when he doesn't like how a scene is playing out. You do a retake. Here's how. First things first, you call cut. Now, this stops the dialogue from going on and you going along for the ride. Next, notes. After bringing the action to a halt, the director will often give their actors notes on their performance, like move this way, stand here instead of there, cry don't cry, or God forbid, say the line is written. So after you call cut, give yourself some notes. Say to yourself, Susie, if that's your name, you're doing great, but let's try this another way. And the other way is without the self-slander. Reinforce your change of habit by doing a rewrite. Rewrite the dialogue you've been hearing and give yourself another take. So, you'll call action and deliver your rewritten line. So instead of thunder thighs, it's action, I've got thighs. Get used to it. Now finish it off in Academy Award-winning style by calling cut, print, moving on. The operative phrase of that phrase is moving on. Don't allow the remark to settle unchallenged.
Love that. It's really great advice. Thanks, Luke. And we actually have a question. Bodacious in Boston says, I'm getting a lot of relief from doing the inside job along with you, but sometimes something sets off a stream of negative statements that come fast and furious. How do I get a handle on that?
Well, thank you, Bodacious, for jumping in, because this happens. Now, this kind of self-slander is what we in the business call a shitstorm. Now, it's a defense mechanism. The old ways are putting up a fight. So the more you react with vigilant, direct action, the stronger your dominion over your image will be. Now, if you find the barrage too overwhelming, it's just coming too fast, use a tool from the corner of the eye. Write it down. This will keep the self-slander from building up any momentum. Which brings us to this week's reading of The Style Gospel according to Luke. In order to maintain your change of habit, take a visit from the script doctor and rewrite the dialogue in your favor.
All right, well, if you get lost or if you need a reminder, you can go ahead and go to emPOWERme.tv/secrets of the red carpet, and you can watch the video over and over again as many times as you need. And of course, if you want some daily inspiration, you can keep up with Luke on Twitter. His handle is @RedCarpetLuke. And when we come back, we'll be shining the spotlight on the fierce and fabulous Claudia Christian right here in our studio.
Hi, my name is Donna Caddick.
Hello, this is Marcellus Wiley.
Peace and blessings. I am Michael Bernard Beckwith.
Hi, this is Virginia Madsen.
Hi, my name is Eric Roberts.
Hi, I'm Liza Richardson, and you're watching The Weekly Comet.
Secrets of the Red Carpet.
Life Bites Live. MDVOD on emPOWERme.tv.
On emPOWERme.tv.
Welcome to emPOWERme.tv.
I can't cure MS, but there are things that I can do to impact how I feel every day. You got to get busy with it.
Vision without action is a fantasy, and action without vision is chaos.
What you're wearing affects how you move, how restricted or not you are.
Life is a good thing. It doesn't have to be always so trying.
Claudia Christian has packed several lifetimes of living into the whirlwind she launched when she arrived in Hollywood at the age of 17. From the set of Dallas, she moved on to cult status in the sci-fi phenomenon Babylon 5. Her upcoming book, Babylon Confidential, is a memoir of love, sex, and addiction. It recounts in vivid detail a life lived alongside the likes of George Clooney, Charlie Sheen, Tim Curry, Faye Dunaway, and Dodi Al-Fayed, to name a few. Now, I can't wait to hear about this. So welcome, Claudia. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you so much. It's lovely to be here.
So tell me, what is confidential about Babylon Confidential?
Well, I think a lot of it is confidential, obviously. It was sort of coming clean, coming out of the closet, so to speak. It talks about addiction. It talks about my love relationships that I kept quiet for quite some time.
Right.
And it's basically... it's a Hollywood memoir with a twist. So it's got 30 years of Hollywood sort of Babylon secrets in it, but it also has, I hope, a message to people about hope and you know, I mean, it does have a lot of secrets.
Well, it sounds like you had a really good
away.
time, first of all.
I did have a great life. Listen, I've lived a really packed life. I've been very blessed with a lot of great experiences in Hollywood, making movies since I was 17, 18 years old. I've had an extremely blessed life. So I think that by doing this, I'm actually just trying to help people right now. That's my goal.
You know, it's interesting because when working in Hollywood, if you work and you strive to get here, and then when you're working, you kind of forget how extraordinarily lucky you are to be doing something that you really love, and that's really
absolutely.
Right.
Most people go to the 9-to-5 job and they retire at 50 or 55 or whatever, and then they just sit around watching TV. I mean, I have been so lucky to have a life that I am doing what I adore to do. But you have to diversify. You know, you can't just spend your entire, you know, when you're young, you can be the actress, you can do everything. When you get older, you suddenly realize that maybe life has a little bit more meaning to it. And so I think that's the great transition that I've made right now, is that I want to help people. I don't want to live a selfish life anymore, and acting is a very selfish career. Don't get me wrong,
it's
I
selfish,
love it.
No, but it is selfish because you have to be within yourself. You have to be emotionally right at a given moment, on demand. So it's as a, you know, you're the product.
You're the conduit. But on the other hand, why not take that 30-year career and use it as something now to go forward and to help somebody else. So if I've got even a modicum of a name or any ability to reach people, then let's use that now to help people. And that's really my goal right now.
Let's look for a minute. I want to get back to that, but let's for a minute about the sort of transitions you've made in terms of image and style. And we have one picture of Claudia, I believe, on the red carpet. Is that right? Yes, here you are now.
Oh, yes.
That's hot. I have to tell you, there are a lot of hot pictures of Claudia that we can't ever show on this show.
Well, you know.
But tell me, how were you always interested in clothes? Were you a kid who liked to dress up? What was it?
That's my mother, Hildegard.
Oh, yeah.
My mom is the fashion queen. My mother worked for Giorgio of Beverly Hills. She was the manager of the women's department. She was also the manager of Saks Fifth Avenue, the salon department. So it was all high-end stuff.
So you were raised with
I
this.
was the Barbie doll, yeah. My mom only had one little girl, and that was me. I'm the baby and the only girl.
Well,
so
lucky you.
She had 3 boys, yes. And I think by the time I was born, she was dying to dress up somebody. She is so elegant and so gorgeous.
Well, she's a great example.
She's the fashion of my life. You know, my mother is definitely the
So
only
she's had a big influence on your image and your
look.
look.
Oh, she dresses
and
me.
Still, right? Yeah.
She's still, look, this Dolce & Gabbana jacket, Hildegard.
That's amazing. You do look amazing. I love
the boots,
this jacket.
Hildegard. No, seriously, she's my biggest. Every single moment of her life, she looks gorgeous.
Oh, fabulous. So it's a great shout out to her.
Yeah.
You know, to give her credit for.
Yeah.
Now, there are a couple of other pictures that we have of some things in your, like the next one, I believe, is from, where are we? With Michael York. There's a picture of you with Michael York in...
Oh, yes.
Legends of Hell. This is Legends of Hell House, right?
Yeah, Haunting of Hell House.
Okay.
That was interesting because we were not only on set in Ireland, but so we were on location, but all of the costumes were hand-stitched by the local women in Connemara.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, so
and it's a very different thing wearing period costumes than wearing contemporary clothes.
You have to really stand up and you have to really be placed in them. And when I was wearing the corsets, it was very it was very different because you breathe a little bit differently, you sit a little bit differently, and you certainly have a different posture, and it affects your performance as well because suddenly your voice becomes a little bit higher, which is
when your breathing changes completely.
Your breathing changes completely, yeah.
Now here we have something from Highlander, I think, which is an action adventure. Is that right?
Highlander was interesting because for me that was sort of my dream job. I loved being in the period costume. Also, my flashback was the 10th century, so I was one of the oldest immortals of all. But what I really, really loved about Highlander was I got to chop off men's heads, ride horses, and and live in swords, So it was like, woo, no, that was a great
job. I know
job.
she mentioned chop off men's heads as the first thing that was really appealing to you. We could talk about that later, maybe.
It was just one man's head, what the heck.
Well, now, speaking of something enticing, we have a picture here from, I think the movie is called Hidden.
Oh.
Is there a... that's quite a dress, or not a dress, as the case may be. This dress is kind of famous online,
well,
I'm going to say.
You know, what am I going to say about the buttless dress? That had to be, really, honestly, that was like one of the penultimate moments for me in film history, because people keep saying, why were you wearing a dress with a butt cut out? I remember I took my parents to the screening, and my mom said, well, how did your boobs get so big? I was like, they just made them. They were fake.
There's a lot of
that's just fake
augmentation going on
inside
the bra.
They built me a prosthetic thing.
Built, yeah.
And that dress was built with the bra thing inside.
Inside of it.
Yeah.
Now, you had a very funny story you told me earlier about directors and bras and bust sizes. So you had a rule that you had gone in and you had added stuff inside the bra.
Well, they wanted to replace the actress from The Hidden with somebody else. So I went in for the audition, and it said specifically that you had to be huge busted, and I didn't have huge boobs. I was 110 pounds and 5'9". So I stuffed a bunch of stuff inside my bra, and I kind of went in and went, oh, there you go. And they hired me. Mm-hmm. Well, then it came time for the first day of work, and the first day of work I was supposed to strip. And the director went, sorry, but where
are they?
Yeah, where are they?
Where'd they go?
Yeah, basically, where are they? So, so I fessed up, and I just said, well, I'm sorry, I duped you.
Well,
so
anything to get the role.
Wardrobe girl, came in, sewed it up, and I got to do the part without stripping. So
it's the same thing as when you go up for a Western and you tell the director that
absolutely
you've been writing since you were
I've been writing since I was a
child. And then you get on the set and you realize, oh my God, this actor can't ride a horse.
You can't ride a horse, I know.
Or has no seat, as they say.
That's happened so many times, I tell you. So crazy.
What I usually get is this, that we'll have scenes where there is either a stripper or a prostitute or someone who has to wear lingerie. And they come to the fitting, and I say, here's your costume. And they say, what are you talking about? They immediately get on the phone with their agent because they didn't sign up for a nude scene.
Yeah, that happens a lot. I mean, that's occurred in a lot of films that I've done. But normally they have a disclosure where they say.
Now I tell the casting director, have you told the actor that they're going to be wearing next to nothing? I hate to be. Yes, Julia, you're waving to me down. You have a question.
I have a question for Claudia over here.
Hi.
Hello. This is from Sci-Fi Fan Style in Fresno, and she says, Claudia, I'm 17 and I want to be an actress, but I can't leave home yet. What should I do to prepare before I'm ready to go? Eager, I like it.
So there's a girl who wants to leave home. She can't leave home yet. She wants to be an actress.
Right.
Is there anything she can do before she leaves? What state? I mean, people arrive in Hollywood at different states,
I left home specifically to become an actress, so I think that if, and I may have a piece of advice that is not going to go over very well with moms and dads, but I think that going to college to become an actor doesn't make sense. Mm-hmm. I think that your best years are between 15 and 30, honestly. Right. So if you're ready and you really think that you're good and you've done scene preparation, I mean, you could take some classes, and if you're coming to Los Angeles, they've got great on-camera classes, and if you feel confident already, the most important thing is get an agent, obviously, but I say jump in. And you're going to know within 1 year if you're going to make it or not. And that's, if you know how to act, you know how to act. If you don't, then you're not going to make it. It's just a matter of having the confidence and the ability to come up here and give it your best shot. But I don't really think that it makes sense to spend 8 years in higher education. I hate to say that because I'm a strong believer in education.
Because your most marketable years for any actor in Hollywood are 15 to 30s, youth.
I hate to say it.
And a lot of the younger actors who I know who are most successful really came here with a parent and with the support of their family, because it's a huge undertaking. It's like having an Olympic athlete, the amount of money you have to spend, the amount of time you have to spend, and the involvement that your family has to have with you.
But it's also a very independent career, because if you are an individual who believes in yourself as an actress or an actor, and you really think that you're going to make it, or a model, or anything in that realm, I think it's up to you to get out there and do it yourself. Go to New York, go to LA, go to Chicago. You're not, if you've got pipe dreams, you're living in Alaska doing theater, it's not exactly the same as actually going out there and really giving it the shot that you need to give it. Because it's like gambling.
Yeah. Yeah,
Let's face it, acting is like gambling.
And it's always better to gamble young.
Absolutely, absolutely. It's a youth industry.
Well, listen, we are running out of time, but I wanted to mention that your book drops November 6th. Is that right?
November 6th, which is, as we all know, Election Day. Vote Obama, sorry. But yes.
You don't have to be sorry.
Vote Obama. November 6th it comes out. You can go on BabylonConfidential.com if you have any questions for me. I will answer every single question about the Sinclair method and also about the book. So anyone who needs to contact me can go there. There's a little thing, Ask Claudia. So
Excellent.
Just go on the
so
website.
So go and ask.
Yeah, go
now,
and ask.
Before we leave, do you have a secret from your red carpet that you'd like to share with our audience?
Oh goodness, I think my big secret is, and it's a very difficult thing because I believe in sexy heels. Mm-hmm. But gosh, being uncomfortable in shoes is the worst.
Right.
I've been stuck at award shows where I'm just dying by the end of the night. And I always believe in bring a little pair of ballet flats so that you can get in, you look beautiful, get out, you look beautiful, but in between, you're comfortable.
In between, you're not in dreadful pain.
Yeah, it is. You know, men have it so easy. I'm sorry, men have it so easy.
Not always. I've worn some Gucci cripplers in my life that have
really?
set me back a couple of years. So, well, listen, I could go on this all day with you, but they're going to shut the camera off in just about a minute. So the best of luck on your book, and I hope you're on the bestseller list immediately.
Thank you.
And as we say in Hollywood, kisses on your opening.
Thank you so much. Thanks.
So it's time to roll up the red carpet and say goodbye. But before I do, I want to give a shout out to our winners of the Twitter contest. So I'm going to read this because it's very complicated. Lavinia at Lavinia LL, Sarah L. Schlomer at Skaten GPT, Patricia Marcus at PM Castle, Lindsay Wilson at Reelin and Marie, and Easily Amused Mindy 101 3 Cather. I hope I didn't brutalize that too much. Thank you so much for participating. Our winners answered the following question. In the most recent episode with Tracy Lords, she said, it's all about blank when it comes to beauty. So, to fill in the blank for yourself, go to www.emPOWERme.tv/secrets and watch the Tracy Lords episode. I'd like to thank my executive producers, Susan Wren and Catherine Arnold, chat room hostess, Julia Price, latest in Wunderkind, Chris Mannor, and Claudia Christian. Now, don't forget, caring is sharing, so show us you care and share us with your YouTube family and friends. You can also follow me on Twitter at RedCarpetLuke, like us on Facebook, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Just hit that button. It's just so easy. So you can leave your comments. The content on Secrets of the Red Carpet is driven by what you tell me you need, so don't be shy. So join us in 2 weeks when we'll have more fashion, fun, and fabulousness from across the style spectrum. That too. So, but this is not goodbye. Stay logged in to chat with Julia Price, Chris Mannor, Claudia Christian, and me. I'm your host, Luke Reichle, for Secrets of the Red Carpet, Style from the Inside Out on emPOWERme.tv.